And we should be live. Let me just make sure everything is set up right. Okay, everything is fine. So we're currently waiting for the lobby to fill up. And we should be good to go after that. And I think the lobby's full, but I'm not sure. Just waiting for confirmation real quick. But yeah, we're currently racing on Hungary, round 7 of this league race. We're on the European Racing Series, and this is tier 1. These are the most skilled drivers of the league. From what I know, I see some people driving a 14.0. Some go faster, some slower, which is very impressive as I completely suck on this track. But yeah, let's talk about the track. Hungary, a very, very difficult track to overtake, of course, as the road is very narrow. You have a few overtaking chances by getting a good exit out of the last turn, and you have, of course, the double DRS zones. But it's very tricky, and even when I raced on it, I had a few incidents on this track. It can go bad very easy when you try to go for an overtake. Oh, we have a few more drivers joining up. Okay. We like a full session, right? The more people, what do they say? Like, the more souls the merrier or something? If it rains again, I'm quitting. Okay, mate. If I could control it, I'd make it rain, personally, just to mess with you. But unfortunately, mate, I can't. And the sign has been given for drivers already up. That means we are going. I don't know why there are some drivers that haven't chosen a car yet, which is interesting. But it's all good. With 15 drivers on the grid, this should be an interesting one. I wonder how many retirements will come out. Heavy rain. Heavy rain is fun though in Hungary because it's like, you know, it's very easy to spin out, and that's what makes it good. As we're heading into the short qualifying, I hope you are ready, everyone. I see some names I recognize here, like the PGS squad, of course. But yeah, it should be an interesting one. Most drivers I see on the grid, I do not recognize their name. And it is actually raining. That is pretty unfortunate for Max Verstappen in our chat. But yeah, strategy wise, I'd like to see in qualifying people just push crazy as fuck, of course. In the race, I think if it's dry, it's gonna be a medium soft medium. I think that's the fastest strat. As we have the first drivers heading out. It should be an interesting one, this race. And I think it's gonna rain the entire qualifying session. So it's all about timing when is the track the driest, of course, and when will rain harder. As the first two drivers are pushing quite hard actually. I don't think that's the right idea to have, as you leave the pits on like 3.5 laps of fuel. So I think what we're gonna see is the drivers put down a banker lap, and then a what do you call it? A push lap. For a sec I thought it was IRL. Hey mate, you never know, right? It could be. And we have the first driver retired. Two drivers are retiring in the pit lane. I wonder what's happening there. And we also had a Haas crashed out. Does he have damage though? It's a real question. I don't see any damage yet. I'm not sure which one it was either. But it looks like neither Haas has have damage, as the first push laps has been started. Let's see what what Mr. Caslero can do. I'm not sure about the line on this track in the wet, as I've never raced it. But this should be. Yeah, I'm just here to learn, to be honest. As I do like a 16.3 on this track, which is like super bad. Does not mount the high curbs, which is a good thing, as you lose a ton of traction and speed if you mount those. And you can also see the McLaren is super close on the Williams. That means that the third air definitely plays a role there. Excuse me. And the Williams actually does spin out a little bit. That's gonna mess with his time. a little bit, but I don't think it should matter too much. And the McLaren puts on a 27.3, a full second above the Williams. That's pretty amazing. They used the draft there a little bit to get a ton of speed, and an Aston Martin has crashed out. That's not optimal in the grass. Doesn't look like there's any damage though, which he should be very pleased about. And he is speeding up to start his flying lap. And another Haas has gone off track. What is going on? Or did he perhaps make room? I think he made room actually. As we have a massive improvement on the fastest lap. By more than almost half a second. Amazing. Does it pretty nicely. Let's hop on board on Liam, see what he can do. Seeking those nice outer edges of the track, you love to see it. Using all the track that's available to him. And as he heads down the main straight, that will be not a very good lap at 28.3. Not optimal. But yeah, this track is very, very hard. I will admit. In my personal opinion. Yeah, I do have the engine mod on. It's, yeah. I like it. It's way better than those V6s. It's like, yeah. There's not much to say. I think that was his banker lap. Never mind, he invalidated, so he has the box now, Liam. Let's see. Maybe the Ferrari can prove something quite good. As Max Alliance is on 26.7. That's insane. Improved by a full tenth. And yeah, like I said, even Envy, as I was spectating the Aston Martin, just goes for a bank lap and a hot lap. Which is definitely the strategy here if you want to apply. As Ferrari heads down the main straight, starting his flying lap. Of course, a new livery, the Monza livery, has been put in game. I personally don't like it very much. I don't like the yellow stripe, I mean. But still, the Ferrari engine is very, very nice. I don't like the wet, but at times that's another thing. Who are you? Are you in the Williams, Max? 'Cause if you are, you're doing bits, mate. You're pretty good, I have to admit. But Florian does put down a improvement, but a full 10th, and I think actually the track is drying, but I'm not sure if I'm telling by the time. And the Ferrari's heading down the main straight right now, and that will be a 28.0. Yeah, it's not that quick compared to the rest. I think at the end we'll see like 26.2s maybe. You do see a line, the darker line forming, which means that's the drier part of the track, because of course that's the race line. Which also means there's more grip on that line, as the Ferrari is doing his in-lap and going off track. Again, you have Envy just going down in the just drafting wherever he can to get the fastest lap time. You have to respect it. As Max Line improves more by 4/10 almost. That's amazing. What will his time be? He gets a purple sector 2. In the final 2 corners, lose a tiny bit of traction. That looks like a good exit out of the last turn, activating the DRS. And why did I do apologize. There is no DRS, of course, in the wet. But I don't think he improved, or he improved slightly. And let's go to the only Haas of the session. Actually, not the only one. There are 2 Haases. Does put down an improvement of 2/10 in first sector. Heading on second sector. He's absolutely flying. 4/10 down the second sector. That's amazing. He's on the way now for 26.2. Can he make the final sector? Does he do it? And I think the rain is stopping actually. And might be going to try it near the very end. And he will turn out in 26.2, taking pole position. Very, very nice. And I think most drivers are boxing now, because it might be going to dry. It will be risky though, so you might need to go mediums. As something, I wonder if there has been something going on, because the Ferraris are very close to each other in the first turn. I don't think there would be there would be contact though. Most drivers are going in the pits. And Mr. BRC Peanut is drifting down the last corner and starting his flying lap right now. And most drivers are in the pits. That means it's either the perfect time to start your flying lap or you should wait a little bit. See how the weather turns out. From what it looks like a very, very good line. Never mind, he's apparently 6 tenths down on his lap. And I think what the Alfa Romeo is doing here, he is using the draft for his own benefit. And he's slowing down to not drive in the dirty air, and he starts his flying lap right now. And Pina is also just going, sending it. Just finished his banker lap. A lot of traffic though. And I think everyone is going out right now to set your last, it's your last opportunity. Set a lap. And getting a sweet seat pole position. We might actually see 25s maybe. With this much traction on the ground. It's still intermediates though. As Pina is approaching his teammate right now. This could be bad. He is 8 tenths down his lap. Amazing, bro. That means he's at least on for 27. But can he make it to the final turn? I think he will. Very flawlessly. There's a tiny bit of traction though. And that's a 26.5. That puts him on provisional P5 right now. And like I said, 25s are definitely possible. As you get Yarno with 25.9. Very good stuff. Just Oliver on his bank lap right now. And in your bank lap, you also kind of want to look where is the grip, what are the outer limits I can do. He did just put down 5 tenths. I don't know, he might be going for a hot lap instantly. He should actually, because there's no time left. And at 25.4 from Envy. Very, very good stuff. And Yarno might just not have been as fast as I thought he would be. Never mind, Yarno impresses me again with a 24.9, almost a full second improvement. As Oliver comes down the last 2 corners, he goes off track and he just sends it in the wall. Qualifying has ended. That means the last few drivers are on the way, and 24.9 7. Amazing. Who else is still flying? We have Pontine down the last corner. Can he improve? Almost goes to track, and that's just not enough. Puts him on a provisional P6. Envy though, he's still flying. He might be actually going for P1. And I think it does put him on P1 with a 24.3. That's nuts. And qualifying has been ended like that. All drivers have put down their time. We started the session with 28 and we finished with 24.3 from Envy. Yeah, Max. That's the thing. Yeah, the last second there's some most grip. Yeah, Yarmo. It's pretty insane. Who are your favorite drivers, guys? Who are y'all rooting for? Me personally, I might just go for. No, I'm not saying it because I don't want to make anyone nervous or give him the caster curse. What a quality! Very, very amazing stuff from people. Envy is rapid though. He might just be on for it. And two multiple disqualifications, as I think the Haas and Red Bull has spun out, but I'm not sure as I wasn't watching it. And we are going into the race right now. I hope it will be dry actually. That will make things interesting as we get faster cars instead of wet racing. No rain in the race. You never know. It might rain near the end or near the start. It it does start dry, which is a plus. But rain also means more content when people spin out. As you do have a driver that's leaving. Yeah, but if it will stay dry an entire session, medium sauce is the play. However, if it rains, you might just make hard last until the very end, and then when it rains, you switch on to inters. That might be a strat, as we have this Hungary GP, 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. Everyone has a good start. No one is, as you have a couple overtakes already, and will there be turn 1 carnage? It doesn't look like it, as one driver goes to track. Mercedes goes wide. And the Williams go down outside of the Ferrari. Does not make the overtake, is still side by side. And there's contact. The Haas and Red Bull again. What happened? And the Red Bull will have sustained damage from that. And Florian maintains position from the Williams. Absolute amazing race start. The race is ruined. Some people getting a mega start, like Envy. Already a second clear from P2. What is happening? But Max won't have this. He's still looking for an overtake. Doesn't get a good exit out of the turn, and we have the race strategies soft mediums or double soft and medium. I would not recommend the second strategy though, as you're very, very slow, as Pina goes wide, very, very wide. Wow, amazing stuff. And Yarna might just be looking, as we have some action in the back. The battle for free P12. Let's hop on board Oliver, chasing the Aston Martin, controlled by Liam. He's just not fast enough. And the McLaren is catching him right now. That's not what you want, Oliver. You need to focus up. Ooh, and he almost spins it. That's gonna give Andres Lopez a big opportunity. And goes wide in the final turn. You can't have that. Andres Lopez though looking for an opportunity to send it down the inside. And Jarno and the Williams make contact. There's the contact. I think the Williams does sustain some damage. He does as he goes wide turn 2. And the safety car has been deployed. Wow, that's crazy. No, I think it's way too early to go to box for hards. Hards are never gonna make it that long while still maintaining efficiency. Look at tires, and as you can see, multiple overtakes. Max is dropping down so much by the one incident, and we can see Andres in the McLaren getting 8 places. That's insane. And we do see drivers actually boxing. Driving with and without damage. I wonder what tire they're going box for. As we are approaching a safety car, which means we have to slow down and follow it. Yeah, amazing drive by Envy, just sending it. It looks like he's very close to the safety car though. That's not what I would do, because I've had it multiple times happen where I crash into the safety car and get disqualified. Wow, what a race start. Absolutely amazing. And that also means that Yontu was like 40 seconds almost gone. Can catch up to the field now. Same for Michael Lopez and Max, who crashed out. I think it will be a couple more laps until the safety car goes in. But until now, if you are a new viewer and you would like to join this league, you like it so much, make sure you join the Discord as I try to find a link real quick for you guys. Join the Discord, and if you would like to watch, be sure to hit the follow to be notified when the next league race starts, which should be Friday. As the final driver is approaching safety car now, which might mean it might go in this map and we might race again. Of course, two drivers have pitiful hearts. Very, very interesting, because I don't think that the hearts last for 30 laps. I might be proven wrong though, with good tire management. And there's actually a gap forming somehow. I think Andres might have been really slow for a second. And the safety car's in this lap, which means let's see what we can have at this restart. Will Envy get a good restart, or will Zouti just be insane and follow? I doubt it though. Envy is a very skilled driver, and the safety car is in the pits, which means it's up to Envy when he wants to accelerate, and he goes. He gets an insane restart as he's already 6 tenths clear, and it's go 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 as the Mercedes sends it down the Aston, just gonna go down the inside, leaves the space, and it's a very clean overtake. And there has been another crash, I think. The other Mercedes has crashed out or left the session. That's not what you want at all. As the Williams and Red Bull are side by side, Michael does get the overtake though. Very clean. Very amazing stuff. Oh, and we can see Andres is 1 second down on the car ahead. An insane restart, full of action, as you can say. And Max actually gets insane exit and uses some ERS, I assume, to get the overtake back. He does not want to give up that position so easy. I don't think it's the end though, as Michael is gonna use a slipstream and maybe some overtake to ask him, can I have that position back? Because Michael, of course, is on the softer tire, which tells me he is faster. He might not even be able to do it actually. Let's check on Florian, who is closing in on the Haas in front. It's just insane how quick Envy is though. He makes that gap like it's nothing, like he's just a bigger engine or something. And ERS has been enabled, which means the drivers can use it the next lap as they pass the ERS zone. And I think there has been the Red Bull and Williams make contact again. It's just not a very clean race for Max. And Oliver retires from the session. He crashed out. Oliver has crashed out. As you see him approaching now. He crashed and just retired the car. Very, very sad. Does not want to retire in the pits. It's just done with driving. And says, no, I will not take it anymore. Fortunately though, no safety car, which means we're still racing. As his car has been cleaned up, and there's no yellow flags anymore around the track. And gaps have been... And there's another safety car. He crashed out. We're approaching him now. I think the other Williams just crashed and did not mess up that bad. It got cleaned up before we approached it, but what happened? I'd love to see a clip of that. And the VSC is out. Wow. No words. And Michael Lopez gets a penalty for speeding to reverse the safety car. I think that's a drive-through penalty, which is not definitely not what you want. Yeah, it is a drive-through. That is absolutely heartbreaking because you can't serve it on the versus safety car, and the versus safety car has ended, by the way, which means that the TRS should be enabled, and we should get some action in the front. So if he's still full ERS, does not want to use it, and then reopen the DRS, get a very good exit. Can he do it? As he has some action happening in the midfield. Ooh, almost loses traction right there, and he has... Yeah, that overtake's not happening anymore. As Florian though is getting really close, knocking in the door. But those sauce are just too worn, I think, for an overtake. As he loses some time to the car in front. Let's look at the other Ferrari driver though. He is very close on the Alpha's rear bumper as they're approaching the final turn of the Hungary ring. The DRS is gonna get opened and it is sending it down the pit straight. Gets a clean overtake, and now the second DRS is just to run away. Can the Alpha keep up a little bit though to get the DRS when they go around the tire track? That is the question. And Max Alliant puts down the fastest lap, 17.9. So far, no penalties via track limits, except for Michael, who forgot to slow down under the virtual safety car. He has to serve it this lap or the next one, or he will be disqualified. He is rapid though, almost approaching the car behind. And it's closing the gap. and he is serving his penalty. So perhaps he has to do it now. Me personally, I do it the next lap, so you use the medium tire a bit more, and you possibly go faster because you get a clean overtake because you're so close. And the guys on softs should be boxing in the next few laps. And the people on medium should box by lap 20. So yeah, let's see what the pit. And Liam is the first to get an official warning for track limits, corner cutting, etc. A 3-second penalty goes to Liam. And we see that groups have begun to form, one major group in the front. And the midfield is kind of scattered everywhere, and the 2 back markers, of course, are AIs. The Red Bull's driving dirty. Yeah, I mean, happens, mate. As you do get it overtake, they're side by side, very close. And Andrews just barely gets overtake right there. And 4 drivers are so close next to each other in the top 4. Surprisingly, there has been very little contact, and when there has been, it's been major. And the safety car's out. What happened? The Red Bull has spun out. Perhaps you can see what's gonna happen. It doesn't get cleared up too fast. Oh, I think he just lost control out of that turn. And just, yeah, while trying to overtake his teammate. And we do see the people that have not passed the pits are pit boxing right now. Getting a free box. And Max is actually boxing again. Which should not matter too much as it is a free box. Liam is pitting onto hards. Now you can. I think everyone should go for hards. Just end the race on it. That would be if Max goes on intermediates. What is happening? I thought they would Kappa, but they're not. The AlphaTauri is going on softs, the Red Bull on mediums, and the Williams is going on intermediates. What is happening? And Michael Lopez gets a penalty under the safety car. That's not what you want. For track limits as well. That's just very unoptimal. And I think there will be a very long safety car, as we have the 2 AIs just shitting in the back. Let's see who's gonna box now. It looks like Envy is boxing, and the other McLaren, they are double stacking. I want to see that. Is it gonna work? I think Cap is picking up, but you never know. And does he have to slow down? He has to slow down a little bit. That's not what you want at all. Ferrari does overtake him though, which gives him free position. And Max has to pit again, of course, because you do not want to be in intermediates. Oh, you crashed. Alright. Intermediates is not what you want at all. The weather has changed significantly though. It actually looks like it might be raining. And Max believes that it might rain very soon and tries to attempt the free box on inters. It might be too soon though, and you might just wear those inters so fast if it's not raining. But who knows? Will this be a 200 IQ strategy call, or perhaps just a major blunder? Yeah, still an inters, yeah. What do you guys think? Will it rain or is it gonna stay dry? Will Max benefit from pitting so early? I doubt it actually. And just in between, thank you all of you for following the channel. If you are new, be sure to join the Discord if you want to race as well. I'll post it again, just to be sure. I mean, if you don't want to race, that's fine. You can also watch. And what? They're all boxing for inters, so it does look like it's gonna rain. Max is just not close enough to make an overtake unless he crashed again. He actually crashed again. Max is going for mediums. He's going back on worn mediums. He believes that he will not be fast enough. And he will wear those inters too quick to box for inters now. As I believe I do see the first drops. So I think Max just might have ruined his race. Cool. I don't know how EM4N or E-Man. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but yeah, cool. Thank you for joining Discord. Perhaps we can see you on the stream next time. Who knows? Maybe you'll cook up the field in the next race. This should be Qatar, by the way. It's a very interesting race. One of my favorite tracks. And safety cars is in this lap. And it is raining, so Max just made a huge blunder, and I think he disconnected, by the way. He might have disconnected as we are looking for the restart. BGSOT is leading it. 15 lap old mediums, not what you want, especially not in the rain. He has to box real quick and he's going super slow. And he is off. And if he is boxing, gets a good restart. And so far it looks like a pretty clean restart, no overtakes yet. As behind, it does look like action is about to occur. People on the dry compounds need to be careful because the rain might be getting heavier, and it looks like it is. And the ones on inters are benefiting so much right now, making overtakes easy. Pontine is approaching the AI of Oliver. That should be a free overtake, as AI is very slow. And just like that, overtake. And Envy is actually getting a penalty for track limits. My favorite guy has went on hards. He does not believe the rain is gonna be that hard. But I believe you're wrong, Envy. What are you doing? The gas curse has been made true. Very, very sad. And Pontine is actually closing in on Pina, even though they're both on intermediates. And Envy retired from the session. He retired in the pits. He also believed that the rains was going to go harder and harder, and he boxed her around compound and believes his race is ruined. And we have another penalty on Pina. Is going too quick, I guess, and yeah, going wide. What are assist restrictions on T1, T2? I think for tier 1 it's line only, and tier 2 it's line only and ABS. There should be, it should say that when you sign up. You can also ask in a Discord. They can give you 100% information. There's also, hold up, Peanut is spun, and DRS has been enabled, so it's not raining hard enough for interest yet. Pina, what have you done, mate? And everyone is boxing right now. And I think we see more and more people on intermediates, but it might not be right though. Because the track is still so dry. You can tell when it's really time for intermediates, when the track is glowing or shining because of the rain. The rain reflections. And Ferrari's just so sad, spun out. That will ruin his race. He'll probably be gutted. Andres, Andrew Lopez though, approaching Liam. Deers is still enabled, very close to make contact. It's all about staying behind, getting a sweet DRS. Liam breaks a bit early, I have to admit. And the DRS has been enabled. This should be a free overtake in the slipstream. And we see that the track is shining right now, so the turnover point is here. Try to inters. And Andres just makes a clean overtake. There's nothing to say about that. This is very smooth. And I think both drivers should box now. And the top 3 should be Pontine, Jontu and Pina on those intermediates. It turned out it was a 200 IQ strategy call. MPA box again. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have box, I think. Let's look actually at the penalties. So, Michael Lopez, 8-second penalty. That's, yeah, I don't think he's gonna recover from that one. But what's interesting to note is that only one person won't get points. And for now, that is you, Max. Welcome to the Stream Scotland. We are ERS, a league racing team. And the Discord link should be up this chat if you scroll up a bit. Be free to join it. And if you like what you see, you can also follow the channel. I am currently commentating, also racing the league. It's very cool. And I think the one with the fastest lap, who is, let me just, which is Max, is not gonna get improved, and no one will get a point for fastest lap as long as Max is racing. And so to get a 3 seconds penalty, this goes a tiny bit wide again, mate. Can't have that. Do we have anyone who is good at race and qualifying strategy? I'm not sure. You can see this interest are tripping on the track still so easy, even when it's raining like this. The ERS is somewhat still available, which is quite crazy. I don't think that should be a thing right now. Because I heard it be, yeah, the ERS is still open, which should not happen when the weather is like this. Because already, like, puddles beginning to form. Can you invite me? I don't think I have you added, Max. So I can't invite you. Yeah, I don't have you added, Max. Yeah. You're gonna have to ask someone in Discord. Apologies. And the race is very, very quiet right now, as no one is about to overtake. We should have Mercedes and Haas. Those are both AIs. And we do have a crash from Florian. Does bin it. Does not look like there's damage though. But he is boxing for his inters. And this is too bad right now to be on dry tires. And we see that almost everyone has penalties, which is not optimal. And I think the ERS is gonna get disabled very soon. And Penis gets another penalty. Bins it left, right, and center. And Zality just almost spins it. Race over fast left taken. Yeah, fair play, mate. Alright. Your A might be getting points though, Max. But you might want to stay. Zality is approaching Yontu though. This might be getting interesting. Very close to each other. Left, right, on board with the Haas driver. Let's see what he is doing better than AlphaTauri. This gets such a clean line. Also on the younger tire, which means he has more grip. As the Red Bull is bottle assist again, it's not optimal. And it's getting approached by Ferrari right now. It's still a tiny bit too big of a gap. Say anything's going on. I want to see this though. The ERS is still open, by the way. Surely this must be a bug of some sorts. But it does not matter because Southie still gets the overtake. Nice and clean. And what's interesting is that Max and Liam are the only one on the dry tires. Max, of course, is an AI, but Liam believes he's quick enough to not go onto the inters, which I think might be a mistake, as McLaren is catching him. Which is not what you want, especially now. And Florian gets a penalty for multiple warnings. You should start wondering if these drivers are just pushing it too hard or getting penalties deliberately at this point, surely. As the race is looking like it might be ending, the race standings are forming quite nicely now. And just catching Liam is so quick. 9 laps to go. I think Liam might have made a big mistake of not boxing. As Ponting gets another penalty. Not what you want. Definitely not. And Pina's quite close actually to Yonsu. And with Dira still being enabled, he might be good looking for a move here. Same old tires. As he's going down the outside, gets a very nice line in the wet. Opens DRS back up again. It's just absolutely gone. And now it's just a matter of pushing to run away. And Michael's actually boxing again. I think he might be having damage of some sort. Or I think he retired the car. Never mind. He's going on a soft tire. As the rain has ended. Does this mean that Liam might have made the right strategy call by not boxing? Or is Andres can catch him quick enough while still a little bit wet? I think Liam might be absolutely gig ahead by not boxing right here. Andres is gonna get a DRS while you overtake him for now. He closed the gap by 6 tenths. Down T1. Very little grip for the McLaren somehow, even though you're on wet tires. and there's no overtake being made yet. But if you look behind, everyone is boxing for softs. The rain has stopped, and Liam made the right strategy call by not boxing and sitting it out. Absolutely insane. Liam is just too smart. And currently Andros is the only one on the wet tires. He should be boxing right now as the track is dry. And there's no reason to be on inters now, because your tires are going to degrade too fast. Even with 30 seconds, I don't think you'll be able to make it. And this also does mean that another person can put down the fastest lap. Which is, it's not a lot, but still 1 point. I want to see Yontu though. He's very, very close to the Ferrari driver in front. And anyone who's driving themselves right now is getting points. As the last 3 drivers are AIs, still mediums as well. And Yontu is gonna get DRS and send it down. Can he go for an overtake in the second DRS zone? If X is not good enough, I think. And has to wait another lap. Try again. He is catching me quick though. And I think Andrew's actually gonna sit it out. He may be thinking, you know what? I'm already on inters, why not just drive it out? I'm not gonna box and potentially ruin my race. He is boxing though. I am very wrong. I think this might be too late though. And you might get overtaken now. As Saudi and Pontine are still battling. And it's still so close. The DRS is getting opened by the Alfa Romeo. It's not quick enough. And Andres loses position. It's still side by side though. The Haas is ahead. And no overtake. Absolutely amazing defending by Saudi. He's gonna overtake his teammate who has been turned into an AI. And it's so close racing out as they're overtaking back markers now. It's very neck and neck racing, and Liam is gonna secure himself the victory of this race. He can crown himself race winner of the Hungary ring. And Mike Lopes gets another penalty. It's so sad. He has to finish the race for easy points. I would not quit if I were him. Andres though is knocking on the door of Saudi. He says, give me that position back, I refuse to give up. And does so very cleanly. That means it's still P2. But Saudi says no, I will defend with my life. And they go side by side. Do they make contact? It stays clean. And Pontine also goes past Saudi. And Andres is still in P2, but just barely hanging on. Hanging by threads. But he is very quick though, Andres. I have to give it to him. And Saudi is just losing pace. He was down 2 tenths, now he's down 7 tenths. What is happening? He must keep his morale up though. As they're almost approaching DRS turn, Andres already out the DRS second, but Ponti not yet. And Saudi may be looking for another overtaking opportunity. And he's still very, very slow though. We have a 1 second gap. Can he close it down? Closes it down to 6 tenths, 7 tenths. Goes down turn 1, opens up the DRS again. And it's go, go, go. 6 tenths, 5 tenths. Not quick enough. Now he has to maintain the gap and go for the overtake on the next lap. Or stay behind him and go on the last lap. And send it. If he overtakes now, he may be running into troubles at the overtaking zone. And they're just letting Andres run away with P2. Also, if you look at the penalties, Pontin is just never going to be able to maintain P3 even with penalties, unless he can get some removed. Which I think he will actually, judging by his ability, his hold up. Zauti might be looking for the overtake right here. Goes on outside. Is staying behind on the first turn. Is he gonna dive in now? Not yet. Not quick enough, Zauti. Alfa Romeo is flashing though, which means he used all of his ERS on the straight, and they go side by side into turn 4. And he got pushed off. Zauti got pushed off by the Alfa Romeo. That he will not be happy about that one. As Pina has now caught up. Or excuse me, Yonto has not caught up to the drivers, and he is asking, can I join the party? Can I also battle for P4? Or P3 rather. And Michael Lopez retires from the session. I don't think he crashed out though. I think it was just a mere incident. Or rather retirement. And Pina is looking for the overtake right here. Has no ERS left. The Haas driver does. Is gonna go defensive. And right, Pina stays behind. Both drivers have DRS. And they're still maintaining position. Yontu has caught up, and with penalties as how they are now, he is gonna grab that P3 for himself. It's still very, very close though, and there are 2 laps remaining. This is what we want. This is hard racing, and that's what I want in those last 2 laps. Wheel banging. As the Ferrari is very close. And we're last sector now. The sector is all about keeping the gap as tiny as possible to overtake on the big straight. With all drivers so close to each other. And this positions might fall here. As the Haas opens his DRS and goes on the outside of the Alfa Romeo. He makes the overtake, and Ferrari's also looking, goes side by side into turn 2. Sends it down the inside, has to squeezes, goes wide, and he loses positions. What have you done, mate? That's not what you want to do when you overtake someone. Pushes them so wide. So unfortunate. As Sauti is in P3, Yontu in P4, and Pontin is in P5. And I keep getting invites, but I'm busy. As we're in the last sector right now of this race. The last time we entered sector 3. What can they do? You need to go aggressive now if you want to go for overtake. And I think the Ferrari gets it, but he's not quick enough though. And I think there's no more action left for us as we're approaching the start finish. And the grid has been formed as we're waiting for the final drivers to cross the line. And that is it. What an amazing end conclusion of this race. Some action to end it off. You love to see it. Wow. As you get an the Aston Martin of Leon with an amazing strategy goal of not boxing during the rain. In P1, Andres, who decided to box very late from inters onto the dry tire, even when it was dry all along, still managed to get P2. And an amazing drive of Yantu, still getting P3 after capitalizing on the mistake of the Ferrari. Absolutely amazing finish. And the fastest lap goes to Andres. Let's look at the standings. Liam P1, Andres P2, Yontu P3, Sauti P4, Ponti P5, Pina P6, P7 goes to Florian, P8 Neon, and the rest are all bots. I'll show this for a quick second. So people who forgot to clip it and once you get penalties removed, have fun. Wow, what an amazing finish on a track that's so difficult to overtake. And that has been it, guys, for me. I am your host, KPN Client. I also race in this league. If you want to join the Discord, I will post it once more. And yeah, the next track will be Qatar. Tier 3 race on Friday, I think. Tier 2 on Saturday, and Tier 1 on Sunday. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.